Waimahana, where we stopped, and probably the best way to sort of get your head around where it is, it's where the current Mai camp is. Mai camp being MI, the Christian camp. This is probably second in importance to Kaiwha in terms of the number of Ngāti Apakura that were here. And now the lake is formed, so obviously it was a river back in the day, there wasn't a lake there. And so Waimahana was a village on both sides of the river. And so it was on the southern side and it was also on the northern side. Now, the name Waimahana comes from that there was geothermal activity there. There was puia there. And because of the puia, we were able to grow kūmara year round because the ground was warm, and which was really beneficial in the likes of the cold. There's a lot of cold and frost that we get in the winter months along that valley. So the village and the puia and the burials were subsequently inundated and flooded when the Crown created Lake Whakamaru in 1957. Unfortunately, the government didn't allow Tangata whenua enough time to retrieve the dead that were already in the burials. And so a lot of the dead are still there in caves, and those caves or burials have been flooded and they're under the lake. So if you're on the north side of the bank, looking south, to your right, the bluff rises. And where the bluff sort of stops and comes down, under there is caves. And those caves are now subsequently flooded. We don't know for sure whether, because there are Apakura dead at Waimahana, exactly where they are, it's likely they could have been interred in those caves as well. But I'm not saying they're the only burials there. There could be other burials within the vicinity of Waimahana. But there's definitely Apakura dead there. And according to Nani Timu, probably the second most significant place in terms of numbers of Apakura dead within our space is at Waimahana.